Oh no! Big crash! Big crash!
Oh, big accident in the rest of the video.
Okay, this will be a red flag, almost certainly. Huge impact.
Director gives the instruction to change the lights to green, and Raffaele Marcello blast away drama in the background. Big accident involving Spinelli. There's an Audi involved. We're going to go safety car straight away, I would have thought. Jean-Baptiste Simonin dives one side and then the other, and Emoto flings it up the inside of Pietro Dell'Iguanti's Audi.
Alex Arca, he's lost 2 positions
right
in the last lap and a bit. Oh, bodywork, and
Kropinski had a dive up the inside of Alessio Deleda.
and certainly got damage, suspension damage. The car is crabbing, and there's the Ferrari.
That's for Silva, 4 wide, and into the lead of the class. Suddenly goes Frank Bird. The Audis get together, and off goes one of the Gold Cup Audis at high speed into the barriers and into the gravel. Wait for the nudge. Gets pincered.
Yeah, he was simply the meat in that Audi sandwich.
Perisuti and Brichet. Alpine goes deep into the corner and slides, and then gets collected by the Aston, and he gets turned around. So but we'll see what happens, and that was all self-induced by the look of it. Trasoli in a battle with too much speed, but he clears the gravel, hits the tyres, which kicks the car back towards the edge of neutralisation. Let's see what happened. Oh, he was given a bit of help, wasn't he? And then secondary contact with the Aston Martin. Lariche, but he's on the attack. Drama there as Ivan Ekelchik was assaulted. Gail Casterly likewise in the Audi, and also working his way up into contention, number 19, Gian Alberto Coldani, and way off the road there, heading for the barriers. Was that Gioia?
Le problème de frein, en tout cas c'est ce qu'il disait hier, qui était assez loin. Et voilà, un premier incident. Alors on se disait qu'ils avaient été calmes jusque-là. Premier incident qui va notamment impliquer le jeune allemand Tom Calderone, une voiture qui est partie en tonneau. Donc un premier contact ici. Oh, et voilà comment ça part en tonneau en fait. Vu d'un autre angle maintenant, avec cette voiture qui revient sur la piste et qui envoie le pauvre. Il ne pouvait pas faire grand chose, hein. Sans l'inverser, parce qu'il avait gagné la course 3 de Manicourt. Attention à Evan Gilter qui est bien sorti, je pense, de ce dernier virage. Enfin, ce virage de Tramonto est de nouveau au même endroit. Bataille de tous les côtés. Adrien Cloménil qui a bloqué une roue là au freinage de Caro. Une touchette derrière avec le numéro 46. Ici, en général, le numéro 46 dans la région, c'est sacré. Et Karen Schultz qui en profite pour prendre les devants. L'accrochage derrière. Un accrochage avec, je pense, Andrei Duna pour les épreuves de l'Edenon et du Castellet. On revoit ici le contact avec Leonardo qui a été envoyé en... On va revoir ce qu'il s'est passé ici avec... Oui, ça a touché entre Andrei Duna qui venait attaquer ici. C'est vrai qu'il y a eu une succession d'incidents. Le pilote italien qui a connu un très mauvais week-end. Et voilà l'accrochage ici. Leonardo Menia qui veut jouer à saute-mouton. Enfin non.
Not a great start also from the number 4 Porsche. It's lost a position to the Mercedes. A bit of contact in the middle and it's D-station facing the wrong direction. Oh, just gets clipped by one of the, I think the Porsche 911. Oh, we've got a car, the Lexus is off, and it looks like it might have even hit the Armco barrier. That's a very unusual place to go off. Let's have a look again. So it's the Nissan, it's the 360 Nissan, and it's not even pulling out. It's completely stationary. Here it is again. Okay, so Ferrari gets hit. Yeah, Ferrari's nearly about to hit the 25 Porsche and then gets spun around.
In all of that, despite being out of position, has come back round to the rear of the field and contact again. Chung Lee, it's not gone well from the young Chinese driver.
A really tricky corner, but Salmner Vega, can he get the thing slowed down? Yes, he can, but spinners, 2 cars spinning. Nico Menzel has proven to be very useful indeed, but he leaves a gap on the inside margin, makes contact, then went behind. Now there was a gap there, and to me, well, I'm not a steward, but to me, that looked like Miney. And you can see Salmon Vega behind. Now, did he get together with Eduardo Cosateng? I don't think he got together with him. He was just on the inside. There was less grip there. Really mature stuff. Alan Valente, all credit to him. He gave the space, but no, he spins! Oh, Salmon Vega after all that hard work.
I don't think he's necessarily going out for the fastest time. Oh no, and a wheel.
Oh dear, that's not ideal. Ooh.
Oh dear.
Plenty. That's deep in, straight on.
Oh my goodness.
So that didn't quite get Malcolm right. But that is why the straw bales are there. They're there to do a job.
So this is the Adrian Newey designed Leighton House. This is the car that put him on the map, but hitting the brakes and round into the straw.
Let's have another little look here. Yeah, you're right. It is the BMW M1 car. Oh my goodness. That's a little bit like the incident we saw.
Just to make sure that everything is right, and there's another angle there. Hay bales.
We're having a little look at a replay. This is the... Oh dear, that was a bit,
dear.
the rear wing coming. That's the 1998 Le Mans winner in the hands of Aiello McNish and...
Very, very popular and famous victory, 6.1 litre V12.
Oh, and off into the barriers goes the McLaren.
I didn't want to cause an accident behind me. We famously, a number of years ago, had a huge accident here at Paul Ricard when the flags were being waved green. But
in the Duquesne team car, which is now third place.
Oh, contact between the GMB Aston and the car guy, 57. That's not the first time we've seen that either. The fuel windows necessarily, but actually on the long run, we'll do better.
Well, at this stage, as he looks at the inside, he hits the team car. He hits Michael Fassbender.
To have happened so far into the stint. It's not as if Tony Wells has just made a pit stop. His stop was many, many laps ago.
The wheel had gone there. There it was, almost took the Euro International car with it.
They're also both being shrouded by the Proton competition.
It's a hit again. That was the Proton competition.
Johnny Lawson to the inside line and just having a constant nibble there on Michael Fassbender's car, and the problem was the secondary bit of contact.
To tumble down the order. Now, was that by himself, or was there contact, but into the tyre wall?
Into Lotel corner, and again it was the 21.
It was the hit from the 57 on the 16.
They were getting bottled up behind. Yeah, there was the sort of explosion from the 4th and 5th row as cars got a slightly better run and saw that the race was underway, but then much further back.
It was a hit between, to the rear of one of the Inter-Europol cars. So that's going to be up the inside. It's the classic thing there. Damage as well. I think that's a dive plane for the Graf car.
Even before they've got to an hour into the distance. Oh, sideways for the number 2 car from CD Sport. That was Fabien Michel, very nearly cleaning out Alexander Bukatsov, and in an entirely unrelated incident. In fact, Michel's going to spin again on the escape road.
So dusty.
Murphy Prototypes car, they were 6 seconds short. Meanwhile, Kirill Smau, Colin Noble making contact into turn number 11. And that time, Kirill Smau wasn't fully alongside in order to sideswipe Colin Noble.
Tour alors qu'il n'y a que quelques gouttes de pluie. Oh, le beau travers. Ah, dommage, je croyais qu'il l'avait rattrapé. Qui a priori est parti à la faute dans ce fameux virage numéro 11. Ah oui, non, il n'est pas parti à la faute. Il a été aidé.
Il s'est fait harponner.
Oui.
À partida do que o Luís Barros, mas
já aqui um toque de um Starlet. Já está. Corrida interrompida, de certeza.
Corrida interrompida neste momento.
Yellow flag is out. That's down at turn 6, so that's a fast part of the track.
Yeah, it's another crash.
It's a Jaguar. It's Sam Bird. Sam Bird has crashed out. Oh no, that's absolutely huge. Sebastian Buemi into the side of him. Red flag is immediately out on lap 9.
The car's already dancing around, but as it does every single lap, he's just wide. Sam's wide and he's over the crest. And as he spins round, it's there that he's moving around and the impacts behind. The people behind have got a very narrow area where they can maybe get it through.
Oh, we didn't see the first part of that, so we only saw the Maserati. Yeah, this will be important. Let's have another look. So this is Bird's crash. Buemi goes into the back of it there as well. Compensating effect. Oh, and that's Mortara. That's the one that's really, really nasty. Robin Fright's involved in there.
It's going defensive on the run up in towards turn 7. Side by side they go. Cassidy on the outside. Oh, Mitjet goes and over onto the back of Nick Cassidy. The 2 title protagonists collide.
It's De Grassi that looks to have a problem.
Oh, that's not the first time, and there's contact with the barrier there on his right rear tyre.
Yeah. Oh dear, unfortunately that has brought an early conclusion.
Just got in too hot, never got to the apex.
Let's see if we can take a look. You see Hunter Ray is 3 wide, and the red and white car of Devlin DeFrancesco, I believe, got into the back of Ryan Hunter-Reay, who was in the middle of Jack Harvey.
It looked more to me like Jack Harvey got a little bit wide, pushed Ryan Hunter-Reay into, it was Tom Blomqvist who was all the way on the outside of that 3-wide situation in the beginning, and a big crash for Romain Grosjean.
Oh no, look at the skid marks in the background, that's huge.
That's turn 10.
Something broke earlier, I think. I mean, that was weird.
Oh.
Green.
Ah. That was bizarre.
The exit part of the corner, there comes Jonathan Brown through. Down to the inside comes Lucas St. Jean. Just simply made a move to the inside. D'Orlando trying to hold on, though. White flag will fly this time by. Driver's gone into the barriers. That is the 2 of Jonathan Brown. He's big run around the outside for Jace Denmark. Does he make it work? He does. He'll slot into second. Big connection there. Weir, Grand Force. Brown gets caught up. Escoto as well. This is the end of the incident for Cox. You'll see him moving up here. We need to get the shot of them coming down the straightaway into turn number 1 for the first time. There's Cox. Right front damage. Wing is already gone.
Simon Sykes needs to make some moves now. Oh, that's a big crash right there in turn 11.
Yeah, so driver's gone off in turn number 11.
Almost a victim of circumstances, trying to get as much as you can what's left, and there's the car just getting loose, coming out through, by himself, coming through corner 8, going through the apex. The back end just steps out and
is green. And how about 6 wide down into turn number 1, and one driver's gone off the outside. Papasavas has gone into the wall, and Gardner through turn 3 cleanly. 2 drivers, as we know. No, there's a couple drivers, 2 Jay Howard drivers together further back. It's actually a crash, and here it is here. Here's the replay. Losing the rear end coming out, tries to recorrect, hammers the right front of the car, left rear wing as well. Clark's going to tuck back to the inside. Here comes Garcia again to the inside. Clark around, contact, Clark spinning. Garcia gets into him.
Kyle Busch and his team worked really hard to make the repairs needed. Oh my goodness, he's going into the fence.
There's more repairs needed.
Oh, wow. Just behind him, though, Kyle Busch spins around and backwards. If you wait a moment, here comes the 7 of Coil of Joy. Another hard contact. Drivers, seems odd. High entry we've seen drivers run today.
He was 24th when this happened.
So he goes by the camera, but right there, he gets up into the fence, and as he's trying to steer the car off the wall, there's tons of debris and marbles up there, and when he turns the car down across the racetrack,
it looked like he took the hardest left turn.
Oh, the 10!
All the way up and into the wall goes the 10 of Eric Almirola.
Certainly the right front's down right there. Now it's never going to turn. He thinks it might have broken a rotor.
Well, he was just off pit road at lap 266. Probably with the car you have should have finished, finished in the top 3 even. This car has had speed all day long. Really good. What happened? Oh, Sieg just, my good. I don't know if he's lost brakes.
It has to be a mechanical issue. There's no way Sieg is in the corner like that without some sort of issue, is it? I mean, he was in trouble way before he got to the corner, and Kaz Grala's got to be like, what just happened?
Yeah, I mean, there's something, Ryan Sieg is an accomplished race car driver.
Back, green.
Oh, big stack up, huge damage to 48 of Parker.
Seven's involved as well. Justin Allgaier is involved in it.
Yeah.
Big wreck. This is one of those racetracks we see this a lot. You see the car on his outside is laying back quite a bit, and they just don't go. And everybody's anticipating a launch, and they hadn't launched.
And now the leaders, they can wait all the way. And
just barely does, but doesn't go on the racetrack. Yeah, Riley Herbst into the wall.
Yeah, the 98 was coming off the corner. The 10 looked like he was on his right rear. I couldn't tell who moved up or who moved down. Oh, Josh Berry just gets him in the left rear. Spins the 28 out. Now it's an interesting point. Sideways into the picture. I feel like that has to be a right rear tire going down. I just don't see him spinning that early. I mean, you look at the tires already almost off the rim. He's clear of the 18 though, and then right here, the 18 just gives him a shot in the rear bumper. I don't know how else to look at that.
Yeah, remember the one car is on 2 tires. I don't know. Everybody else had 4 tires. They're all old, but I don't know if that hurt the speed of the one car, and it was just a misjudging.
One more time around. And around goes the two.
They're wrecking behind you. Stay green.
The caution comes out. That will end the race.
Yellows out. We took the white. That'll be us. Bring it back around for the checker.
Boom! Out of it down there when the supercharger came off in violent force.
To do battle with that number one qualifying position. And fourth, oh, Taguchi gets inside of him. Really good proximity. There's Denofa, great angle and a good lead. Oh! A massive punt by Denofa. Oh, man.
On the transition to 4, you can see Denofa is going to start surging forward, grips up, hits Forsberg in the back. Forsberg goes off course.
Odie Bakshis, Chris Forsberg in tow. Oh, Forsberg gets to the side of him. We got body parts flying. Holy cow. You said we wanted to get a straight up shot, but man.
Oh, and Nick Haller is off as well, Nico. So there has been, I would suggest, now whether there was some fluid on the exit of that turn, because you've got two drivers in strife there, Nico. All of a sudden, Alicia Dono and Tom Fleming are absolutely side by side. Tom is going around the outside, and he's, it was a long way around the outside. He's got to go through the gravel now. Now, Tom is right alongside. The back end of Alicio's car is sliding, Nico. If you look at the, we've got double yellows somewhere, and that's Mohammed Hamdi, isn't it, Nico?
Yeah, that is Mohammed Hamdi, and that wasn't coming together.
That was a nice cushion for him. So it was Mohammed Hamdi into Danilo Del Favro, do we think? Yes. She will have the inside line for turn number 1. Oh, but clatters across the gravel, turning Christian Herdvieper around. If he doesn't get collected by a number of other cars, then I'll be amazed. And sure enough, a domino effect of things that went on there, and unfortunately
suffered another bump to the side, and there is the incident that sends John Dillon around.
Here comes Josef Schumacher taking a look at the inside of Motohiko Izazaki, and that's a daredevil move there. And that is... well,
we saw that would have been a very, very... oh, and there we have John Dillon. Oh, no! And he had such a good start into P6, and because obviously that's very close to... And did he get a push from behind?
Not sure.
Very difficult to tell.
And Daniele's a very, very successful young racing driver. Oh! And that was Thomas Gostner on the back of Peter Christensen.
Olha só, na disputa com o Georgios Frangulis, ele tinha o lado de fora, tentou fechar e faltou espaço para todo mundo. O Alceu aproveitou e tomou a posição dos dois, né? Lucas Salles foi embora também. O Raijan já com o Peter na pista, fisicamente abriu bastante. Olha aí a briga pela liderança da Rookie. E faltou espaço para todo mundo. Na saída do S, olha só, acabou dando pé ali na segunda do S do Senna. Um ponto de... Nossa, foi forte a pancada, hein? Pancada forte. Fica lá fora da pista o Marcel Miller, traz de volta e vai faltar espaço para todo mundo. Acabou atravessando o Neugebauer, aí é problema, hein? Será que escapa todo mundo? Alguém já acertou o carro do Neugebauer lá? O próprio Alceu Feldman, né? Marcel Miller em quarto, Nicolas Costa na quinta posição. Esse é o toque entre o Alceu Feldman e o Werner Neugebauer, que causou toda a confusão no início da corrida. O Nelsinho Monteiro não teve de fato o que fazer, né? Quem vai acompanhando a nossa transmissão na tela da Band é o Gustavo Simão. Opa! Quem não acompanhou bem agora foi o Seng, hein? Seng Hawking na disputa por posição. Nós temos a disputa é o Ramon Alcaraz ali, naquela disputa por posição. Opa, e aí faltou espaço para todo mundo. Carlos Campos fora da pista. Veja aí o Arthur Ramos e o Urubatã. Eu tô de... mas na entrada da reta, Mendonça.
É isso, os dois se enroscam ali, o Arthur Ramos e o Urubatã bate.
Vamos ver o que aconteceu? Aí a rodada do Carlos Campos acabou atingindo a proteção de pneus, foi com um pouquinho de vontade, inclusive, hein? Você vê de novo por outro ângulo, olha lá. Quando deu o pé na saída da primeira do S de baixa, para você a ultrapassagem do Taurizano sobre o Gustavo Zanon, faltou espaço para todo mundo e sobrou para o Zanon, que era líder da classe Sport. Passa por ele o Sadak Leite.
Por dentro, Simão por fora, Matheus Roque.
vai ter a preferência na saída. Ah, o contato entre os dois! O contato entre os dois.
Fato é que vai ficando, o Barranco já vai passando.
Opa,
e olha
Peter.
ali o Peter vindo
Peter
de
Tubarão.
lado, segurando pela grama. O Peter que vem num final de semana de azar aqui. Tem mais gente por ali, o sururu formado. Mais gente ficando, tem carro batido aqui atrás
Marcelinho
também.
Belks lá atrás.
Marcelo Belks vai ficando. E a Silvia Massara acompanhando com a gente. E o toque ali foi justamente com o Donner.
Fabiano Donner
e o Pavelski.
Pavelski.
É o famoso sobrou arroz de faltopista. E porventura também. Ih, perdeu-se sozinho o Nico Dallagnol ali, ó.
Foi e apontou pra fora, foi no muro.
Foi pra onde não podia.
Ai, que pancada.
Traulitada forte ali do Nico Dallagnol, hein? A imagem do drone. Não é mais do drone. Ah, o toque teve ali do Nelson junto com o Narciso Versa. Por isso que o Narciso veio todo de lado na curva 1. E bateu na placa ligeiramente à frente ali o carro do Guto Rotti. Aí o toque com o Ike Ramos e o Ícaro vindo todo de lado na curva 1. Mas ó, eu pausei aqui pra gente ver, Eduardo. Parece pelo ângulo aqui com 17 minutos e 18 foi deflagrada a bandeira amarela. Será que já tem o replay do que aconteceu? Olha, ele já veio capotando no meio ali do caminho. Realmente uma posição muito diferente.
Pois é, não sei.
Huele sangre, Thiago Pernilla, lo va a buscar. Uy, lo tocó de atrás, lo tocó Pernilla, Thiago. Uy, 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 esto trae cola, Nicolenio que ahora va a quedar último, Leo. Y Persia, uy, Persia con Pernilla, no le afloja Thiago, va por afuera. Y va, uy, claro, si se pelean, Persia con Pernilla.
Over the foxhole shot line ahead of everybody else. A welcome return for Tim Gleiser. He was about 7th or 8th as he emerged through the first turn. But watch at the end of the straight. Prado doesn't triple for 6 and 7. This was the second crash for Fevre from the lead. He fell here, picked himself up, and then fell again. Thibaut Beneston got snagged on the way in to turn 1. He did not rejoin the race. He started the weekend second in the championship. Sasha Kunin fell out of 3rd as he tussled with the bank, almost took out Adamo. Jago Kietz streaks across the foxhole shot line for the 6th time this season. Liam Evertso got caught in a first turn. Sasha Kunin was in 3rd. A few corners later, though, there was a bit of a kerfuffle in the 5th turn, causing Lucas Kunin to go the long way round. Rick Elzinger, who left the door open, and he came back and put the Italian on the ground.